I'm Kathy Fountain, a licensed mental health counselor in private practice, and I want to talk to you a little bit about improving self-confidence in your teens. Now, adolescence is a very difficult time. This is a time when people are wondering who they are, how they look, how they come across to their friends, and they are bombarded with images all day long. Images like this: you have to look perfect, you have to be beautiful, you have to be thin, you have to be handsome, you have to be cut and ripped. This is what kids are seeing all day long, and this is what they are comparing themselves to. And so they begin to wonder, am I good enough? Am I worthwhile? Am I going to be okay? Am I going to be judged as defective by my peers? And so it's going to take some guidance to help you get through these years and help them with their self-confidence. Now, your daughter may want to go to the mall, buy a new pair of shoes, get a manicure. Your son may want to get some new running shoes or something to wear. And these things are all very good confidence boosters in a very temporary way because they're external in a way. They're things about how you look, how others perceive you. What I think is better is to work on their internal confidence. And by that, I mean bolster what is inside them, what they think about themselves. Then that's more long-lasting than some of these external things that they focus so much on and are so important during the teenage years. First of all, you might want to take a look at their friends they're hanging around and encourage them, don't lecture them, but encourage them to hang around people who have positive energy. And instead of telling them who they should hang out with and who they shouldn't, maybe make a suggestion like, well, how do you feel when you're around that friend? How does that friend make you feel? To give them some sense of their own choices about who they hang out with. Secondly, you might want to make sure that they have a safe environment in home because you have created some boundaries, some ground rules, some limits that they might react to negatively, but in the long run, they will see that you are trying to create a safe environment for them. Try not to compare them to other siblings or other teens and try to make them feel like they don't measure up in some way. Another thing you can do is help them develop their own special skills and abilities, things that make them unique. Maybe it's music, maybe it's academics, maybe it's sports, maybe they're a great volunteer, maybe they're a great big sister, but help encourage them to become confident in areas where they already have abilities. Model good self-confidence yourself. If you're one of those parents who tends to walk around saying, oh, I was so stupid at that, or I'm so dumb, or I just don't know how to do that, you're modeling for them what parents say about themselves. We want them to see as you being self-confident. And also, make sure that when you comment on their behavior, it's their behavior you're talking about, not them as a person. Maybe you didn't do this as well as you liked. Maybe you did that just as well as you liked. What did you learn from that behavior or that experience? But don't make it a blanket statement about them as a person or their identity. And if you're having trouble with your teens, never be afraid to seek some outside help with a therapist or a social worker. One of the best books I know that I want to recommend is called Get Out of My Life. But first, could you drive me and Cheryl to the mall? It's a great book. It's by Dr. Anthony Wolfe, and I think you'll enjoy it. And that's about self-confidence in teens and how to improve it. I'm Kathy Fountain, licensed mental health counselor.